He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Cowboys and the Commanders next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And so good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. You know, partner, sometimes teams get off to slow starts, and that's the case for these teams we're going to see here. Both under 500, not critical yet, but you can't wait too long to try and get this thing turned around.
And I know it sounds crazy, Mike, but here we are, and it's only October. There's a long way to go. But this feels like a really important game, and I think that was the sense that both coaches told us all week when we had a chance to meet with them. They said, we're not trying to panic. We're not trying to put the cart before the horse, but we need to win, and we need to get back on these winning trends, because if we want to find ourselves in contention throughout the rest of what's a long NFL season, these early October games, you got to have them.
This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to... Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. Thrown left side, the catch is made. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run here with the rookie. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. 2nd down and 8. Now, faking the give. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. On second down, it's Daniels. That's to the right side, and it's Siddick. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And he'll take it on in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Commanders. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Cowboys 0.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Quan Martin.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First down, Washington.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. And the Cowboys will take over at their own 15. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he'll get this up to the 25.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. gun. Here's a run up the gut. And he'll take this up past the 40. Pick up a 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Now for the 3rd time in the first quarter, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sandristil.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback, and I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
A big play there for Washington. 32 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
In motion now, it's Collins. Daniels now on 1st down. Second and a yard. Throwing again. Daniels. And he's in. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Now the try for an extra point. It's up and through. And the Commanders move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sandristil. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
The extra point is good. And the Commanders looking terrific here out of the gate. Already up 21-0. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
You know what they say about Murphy's Law, Mike? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He's had a pick 6 earlier in the game. Now he takes a sack. Fortunate for him, there's a lot of football to be played, but this has been a disastrous start.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. That's to Ferguson once again.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
This is taken in by Dobbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing now, Daniel. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Cowboys offense ready to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's down the field for Lamb. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. I'll give on the ground, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. That is fielded at the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Robinson. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. He'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Give, and here comes Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It is 3rd and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. They'll try to set up the screen here, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Ryan Wright now, as he's on to punt for Washington. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Open man downfield. It's CeeDee Lamb. And he will take this one in. 74 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Open man downfield, it's Nico Collins. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
First down, Washington.
To throw is Daniels. Now he'll run. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. 2nd and 7. They run over center with Robinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. The motion man here is McLaurin. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and Collins is wide open. He's got it. And he's in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Commanders. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Commanders have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Both teams ready to go once more. as the kick's away. Now a return coming from the 14. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and CD Lamb set to take over once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. First and 10.
Just get in the pocket. Come on, patience.
They'll throw out of the gun. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That half play good for 22. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense and receiver Nico Collins set to take over. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that's not going to yield a whole lot to about the 28-yard line. So, here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Commanders, who are out on top. We'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. The Chiefs off to a strong start as they run their mark to 4-2 with the victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. The Saints trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Here comes a return from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The motion man here is McClure. On first down, Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Slot receiver headed right. On second down, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. He really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense, and it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
A run now on second down. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings us second and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. We have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
At the 46-yard line.
On second down, they'll run. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now, faking the give. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Now a give up the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? He's going to pick up the first down and more. A first down on a gain of 11.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And looked like he may have had a lane, but the defense shut it down quickly. He did not get in. It'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Throwing now from the gun. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it here with Robinson. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, then on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Here's a designed run. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd down, 3 to go. from the shotgun. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And a good game. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he's going to take this one all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys have taken a 4-point advantage. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing now. Daniel. That's McLaurin open on the left side.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
This is hard. He got the connection to Collins. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Off the RPO, this is Dobbs. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Lewis. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniel. A quick slant on the money to McLaurin. Here's a 2nd and 6. This is Lewis. And nice work here. He's got the first down to about the 30-yard.
These distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the first down.
He's taken down just shy of the 10.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniel. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
2nd and goal this close to the end zone. It makes sense, Mike, to keep the ball on the ground, but what you're not planning for is that you suffer a loss. So give credit to this defense. They've now changed the entire equation.
That is caught side of the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Washington. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Short kick taken at the 17. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll drop to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. In motion, Lamb. Here comes the jet sweep. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's first and 10. Now a handoff, running right. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Quick throw, taken in. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Here's a toss, right side. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch. And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. The motion man here is McClure. On 1st down, Daniels. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Commanders set to kick this one away. Important punt here in this tie game late. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Going to need a big play now. 3rd down and long. He chooses to keep it on the zone read. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Now the return. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. Here's 1st down. To throw is Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase in what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. The Commanders about to send this one away as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. That ball intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sandristil. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
And just what a turn of events, Mike. You have the ball. You're thinking all we need to do is milk the clock, get into field goal range, and win this thing in regulation. But now after that turnover, you find yourself now back trailing, and I'm not sure there's enough time for them to come back.
The kicking team on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Commanders will go up by 7.
The score, Commanders 42, Cowboys 35.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This just makes it to the landing zone. It's taken at the 18. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense. keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. He's got a receiver wide open, left side. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. Back to the air one more time. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot on the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish as this one will come to an end. So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.